Alright guys, we're going to get started here in just a moment. We're getting everything technically set up. We'll be running Escape from the Con again. Harsh Realities, well, I guess it's my writing thing that I'm doing for... Finishing up a game of Legendary XD or something on Steam. Everything's set up here. Sometime I might stream this. I just don't know. We're gonna have we're gonna have some changes coming up. So. Twitch chat is on. These guys will just join in. Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh. Songs from our youth, they get stuck in our head. Finish this game real quick. Okay. Well, it's now officially 9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock. What are we gonna do? I am a gamer. I am a streamer without any players. What am I going to do? Okay, so I guess until we can get those guys in, let's see if we can't. Let's see. Edit source. Window capture. That's what I'm doing until we get the Waocast guys in here and they link up with us. So normally on Word Art Online, we're trying to do a role-playing game that I wrote called Escape from the Con. That's the plan. Doesn't always work, but the game I'm playing currently is Legendary DXP. That's on Steam. It follows the same Legendary game system as like the Marvel one does, but It's kind of generic fantasy version rather than the hero-based one that was in Marvel's book. I hear noises.
Hello. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, I just realized I need to plug in my mic, so I'll be right back here while I get stuff set up.
That does help. So as I mentioned before, we'll get started here fairly shortly, guys. So this week, let's see. So Word Art Online is the writers hangout. A couple of buddies of mine and I are writers. We like to hang out and play games and stuff and talk about writing. That's what we're going to do. We've got a game I started last week called Escape from the Con that I wrote, and hopefully we'll get started here shortly once Ben signs on.
Alright.
So far it's just you and me, Matt, so...
Second here. Alright, is my mic picking up now?
Yeah, it's a lot better.
Okay, perfect. That works. So Ben's AFK right now?
Yeah, apparently.
That's alright. Okay. Well, I did get some new dice.
Cool.
So I have little mini dice.
That.
Got 10 of them. They're only 25 cents at the game shop here in Grinnell.
Oh.
So I was like, sweet.
Wow.
So I got 10 of them for $2.50. Woohoo!
Nice. Yeah, you can never run out of too many D6s, I've found.
Yeah, and I realized we didn't really have any. And I have some for one of our games, but not any extras to spare, so I thought I'd grab some more. I might see here if I can get to doing both without making my connection go too bad. Are you still hearing me alright,
Yeah,
or is it cutting in and out?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. Okay. Uh-oh. I think our link might be broken in on our... What's that? There it goes.
Better not be broken.
Yeah.
So, headline of the week, Matt. I know you saw it in our little group chat, but so Michael Bay has been signed on to do a Lobo movie, which is DC's very explosive hero. So it fits. It really does fit his style. Let's see. Black Panther, of course, came out last week.
No, it's coming out this week.
Oh, is it this week? Oh.
Yes.
I've been seeing reviews of it, so it always throws me off. Like, but,
yeah, I'm pretty excited for it, but...
Yeah. I do laugh because Ben's Underground Inc. talked a little bit about how the superhero genre, you know, like everybody's all talking about how it's the greatest black superhero, and it's really nice that they finally get a black superhero. And I'm sitting there going, wait a minute, Blade?
Yeah. was gonna say, yeah, they have quite a few like good black superheroes.
Yeah.
So silly.
I mean, the second
Hey,
Blade.
it's the same thing with. It's the same thing with Wonder Woman, where they're like, "Oh, finally a good female suit." It's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
There was a lot of others and ones that were better, in my opinion. I don't know.
Yeah. I enjoyed the Wonder Woman movie.
Yeah, it was good.
She kind of seems like one of those gals or one of those heroes that it's better if she's got somebody with her.
Hmm.
I see Ben, we've logged in.
Yeah, kid took a little bit longer, and I had to get wife ready for bed, and I had to get everyone ready for bed. And I ended up getting ready for bed too, and then forgot.
Haha, you had to get the wife ready for bed. That's funny.
Yep.
It is Valentine's Day. Woo!
Yep.
Singles Awareness Day. First Valentine's Day as a single man in like 11 years.
Nice.
So
Congrats.
yeah,
See
I
if
was
I
gonna
can,
ask a gal from work if she wanted to go out to dinner, but then she said the word that every potential guy does not want to hear. I started seeing this guy and like, darn it.
Oh.
Oh well.
Make sure it wasn't I hate RPGs, because that could have been it.
No. If you knew the gal that I'm speaking of, yeah, she's pretty big into story-driven stuff.
Nice.
So
All right, I think I'm actually logged into the chat here through my phone, so I'm hoping I can chat and not because internet is still not the greatest for us. So
yeah. All right. So welcome for folks that are just tuning in. Welcome to Word Art Online. We are with a couple of writers, buddies that like to write a lot, and we decided that we were going to take the stream into a new area, and we're going to go. We're playing a game called Escape from the Con that I wrote. It uses the 6S system from Harsh Realities, harshrealities.org, I believe.
You don't know that.
What?
You don't know that. You could use a totally different system. I was messing with you. Go,
Well,
keep going.
since I'm the GM,
we're all gonna die.
pretty much. The 6S system is a very story-driven system. It is designed for very narrative-driven thing. It uses a target number system, where I will tell the guys, "Hey, you need to hit a target number of say 3 or 5." And that's how many successes they need. 5 is a success. A 6 is an exploding die. So it's 4, 5, 6, or it's 6.
Sticks.
It counts as a success, and then you roll the dice again, and it has the potential to explode. How good it explodes out determines how epic the challenge or the success is. So it could be something as glamorous as you're cutting open say you're negotiating with a guy or a person, trying to get them to calm down, and say he's a little frazzled. The target numbers say a 4. So Matt rolls the dice. He adds his stats and skills together. I hope you guys have your character sheets. If not, the doc's available. And they roll the dice.
I brought up the doc, yeah.
Say Matt got 8 successes, and okay, the guy boosts up. That's very well done. He can describe how he talks to the guy and tries to convince him, tries to calm him down and stuff. And then we try to talk it out with the GM and make it fit into the story. It's great in combat because then you get the lavish head sliced off and falls into the soup of the queen and scares everybody or stuff like that. A 1 is always a failure. Hold on, I might have 7-year-old aggro.
So, let's see if I can get these to roll.
Go
So
potty.
you can see them. Almost. Hey,
Shut the door.
it works.
Thank you. We don't need potty break-in on the stream.
Sorry, something went wrong.
Uh
That
oh. Something went wrong.
Yep,
That was-
apparently something went wrong, guys.
was not me.
That wasn't me either.
Echo,
this
play
was nice.
Christmas music.
Woohoo,
I'm just using
yay.
a phone app.
I'm gonna do this.
Okay.
Sweet.
All right. So, let's see. What we plan on doing with this is I plan on going through a roughly a. What are you doing, buddy? Night. Good night.
Good night. Oh, wait.
Good morning for Matt, I guess.
Yeah, apparently.
I've been getting up at 6:30 and doing shows.
Yeah. Guys, why don't we go ahead and introduce ourselves and introduce our characters?
We lost Ben.
That is Ben's chair. Matt, why don't we start with you?
All right. Well, just a quick thing about me, Matthew Nordine. I just started a morning edition of Waocast this morning, where we're writing for about an hour every morning, 7 o'clock Central Time. And I also am an actor with scenery changes and write when I can.
How about who's
And
your
yes,
character?
my character's name is Steve Goodbrew. He is cosplaying as a Gambit. He's an active gamer. He keeps in shape by hatching eggs in Pokemon Go and various live-action RPG groups. Some of them decide to start a charitable organization with their SOs by dressing like X-Men characters for hospitals and other fundraising events. His friend suggested Gambit as his character for his abilities with a staff on the boffing field and ability to throw cards, usually drawing blood. He often gets stuck watching YouTube videos of magic tricks with cards.
Ooh.
Dun dun dun.
I need some cards. Dang it. Don't have any cards.
See, I tried to do a magic trick, but it ended up. It ends up being more of a cards go on the floor. That's the magic trick.
Yeah.
Right, I know one I learned from Lamb Chop.
What's that?
That's about all the card tricks I know. It taught me so much.
Yay, lamb chops.
Okay, my name is Ben. I do this with these guys. I also do another podcast, Underground Inc., with a couple other guys. We released an episode this morning.
Nice.
We watched Avengers Age of Ultron, talking about the new Black Panther movie coming out Friday.
Yeah.
Check that out at undergroundinc.info.
Very cool.
And my character
Good.
is Damien Dark, because I couldn't think of an original name. He's a 25-year-old investment banker studying wealth management. He is trained in judo and aikido. He is big on calling people bro, and was in a frat in a frat in college. Known to most as the D-bag, that D-bag. He has always had a love for anime and nerd culture, but has hid it well. This is why he cosplays, so he can be someone else and enjoy himself rather than being a bro. As he gets older, he is losing his broitude and becoming better for it. His favorite anime is Samurai Deeper, his favorite comic is Savage Dragon, and he never skips leg day.
Never skips leg day. I like that. I like that.
I actually had some anime recommendations this morning on my cast.
What's that?
Need to watch Mushishi, I think is what it's called.
I've heard good things about that.
It's supposed to be like a Twilight Zone-ish, where it has little episodic
Yeah,
stories.
I haven't really watched many animes since like 2008. So then I started watching some animes that I used to watch back then that have just kept going, like Naruto and Bleach and stuff like that. But as far as like new animes, Fairy Tale, I think, is the only one I've watched that's new.
See, I've seen a handful of episodes of that. As far as new anime goes, well, new for me, I've been watching. I watched an anime called Gamer. It's on it's on YouTube, dubbed. And it's basically this gal is trying to get you to join. This gal's trying to get you to get the main character to join her gaming club, and it goes through kind of a love triangle kind of thing, and it's pretty fun. I enjoyed it. Blair saw it.
Nice.
He was sitting next to me. It's only like 10, 15 episodes long, but it's kind of an interesting take on the whole gamer culture in anime form. If you guys get the chance, there is an anime-based game on Steam right now that is free called Doki Doki Literature Club. And it is free. You guys should check it out because it is very twisted. And it's a pretty good story, and there's a lot of interesting twists to it. So we are not sponsored by them. We would love to be sponsored by people. So if you know people that want to sponsor the show, hit us up.
Mountain Dew. Hey.
Yeah. Nectar of the Gods.
Okay. I got a magic trick ready. Whoa. Oh, dang it. I suck.
Okay.
I did forget to say my character is playing or cosplaying as Sanosuke from Kenshin.
Big sword.
Yes.
Okay, when we last left our heroes off, they why am I getting notifications?
We're created.
Yeah, we started off in everybody's last episode, which you can watch on our YouTube channel. They had come to the Midwest's greatest anime convention, and the theme of the convention this year was space. So there was a lot of space themed stuff running around. They visited some vendors. They visited some panels. Watched some panels. Got to interact with some photo shoots. And they found themselves walking around the convention. There were a group of people dressed as kind of wood pirates. They almost looks like tree ants walking around, but as they had pirate get up and stuff. Kind of a cross between a tree and an elf. And our two players were... What's that?
So my guy made a lot of inappropriate Woody jokes.
And they probably took it like a tree. Took it like a mighty oak.
They took it like a tree and left.
Yep.
Or leaved.
They so our players made it to the tabletop game room, where the reason for the tree elves in pirate getup was because there's a new adventure from the Harsh Realities guys, and called for the very popular Elfwood system. Shameless plug. And they sat down to play. A few moments later, probably about maybe about an hour and a half later, they were so engrossed in the game and everything like that. And then there was a bright rumble and a bright flash, and the lights went out and it was completely dark. So you guys are still awake. The room is completely dark. You see a few lights flicker in the room as people get out their cell phones or get out flashlights and trying to see what's going on. They what do you guys do? How do you react to the Matt? We'll start with you. How do you react to the lights going out, and how does your character?
Yes, I'd probably definitely grab my flashlight and my girl and be like, "What's happening?" It's kind of. Actually, I'd probably just shrug, just turn the flash. I mean, if there's enough people with their flashlights on, I just keep playing the game.
Okay.
Hold on, gonna try to attempt to move something here.
So, Ben, how does your character react?
Take out my phone, turn my flashlight on bright,
Okay.
look around.
You notice that the room, even though the light is
Adventure
shining.
Horizon.
What's that?
I searched for adventure on the horizon. That was what my my DM group started using that whenever they were bored. And my DM got pissed.
That's funny. Well, we're hopefully not going to get bored on this one.
Well, sometimes people would roll it's like, I searched for adventure on horizon. He's like, fine, roll. And then they would get a crit, and he's like, God damn it. A dragon.
Oh no, mind flayers.
Okay, so you notice there's kind of a slight startle. You see some people putting games away. Ben, as you get out, which one of you is getting out your cell phones?
Ben, yeah.
Ben was.
Okay,
Okay,
that's it.
Damien Dark, but everyone calls me Sanosuke because I don't really want people knowing my name's Damien Dark.
as you get out would your character have well, being a college student, he'd probably have news notifications turned on where you get the top trending news outlets or news articles.
Yeah, he gets those as part because he's already an investment banker, so he's a part time. He's just going back to get certifications for wealth management.
Okay.
Kinda like
Your character notices that on the screen was a brief article describing how the president is speaking in front of the chamber about domestic terrorism and global terrorism and the threat and just the headline of it. Matt, if your character had his phone, he would see something similar.
Okay.
What is the headline?
The president is speaking in front of the.
You are not a journalist, my friend.
I am not a journalist. President to address the House. The House
terror.
and Senate. To address Congress and to discuss possibilities of ways to deal with terrorism.
Okay.
And terroristic threats. Let's see. You notice the time on the article, the timestamp, and the time on your phone is roughly 5 minutes after the start of that press conference.
Now, but is the time on my phone different than when everything went dark? Like, is it like 3 days later?
No. It's only been maybe about 5-10 minutes from when the article stated that the press conference was supposed to go on. So it's like 8:40. The press conference was supposed to be at 8:30.
Okay.
You'll notice at one of the tables over, there's a girl who's a little panicked. She's seems to be maybe hyperventilating, kind of panicking a little bit. There are people trying to consult her and get her to calm down. What do you guys keep on playing, or
I'd probably be like, I've had this happen before at cons. It happens all the time.
Okay.
Probably draining too much power from some guest of honor or something.
Hey girl, even though Funny was cut, you still look like $1,000,000.
You really say that to her?
Why not?
He's a bro.
Yeah.
I'm pro. I'm pro at heart.
There's a couple of people that scoff at you. Couple of them that think that that's very inappropriate for what she's going through right now. She doesn't seem to acknowledge it at all. She just seems to be very, very afraid. You will notice that the let's see, the doors to the room, they're shut. They were open when you guys came in and sat down to play. As a lot of gamers understand, there is such thing as gamer funk, and they were trying to get that out as much as possible. For those of you listening, gamer funk is basically when a lot of gamers get together in the same room, and you have certain few that don't shower for days on end, especially at cons where cosplayers sweat and the stench starts smelling like a locker room
The
with
con
glitter.
plague.
Yeah.
Bro,
What's that?
take body spray.
Take out the body spray.
If there's too much funk, you guys can trust, Matt's sword and my axe.
There's not really a lot of funk right now. It's
Oh, okay. Then I don't need it right now.
that's why they kept the doors open. Matt, you would know that. Actually, why don't you give me? Let's see. When was the last time that your character was at a convention?
It probably. I'm guessing he probably goes to one every other month or so with his group,
Okay.
or at least some sort of anime
So he
or
would
his cosplay event.
he would understand that the doors remaining open is common procedure, especially in a fire situation or in a an unknown situation.
Yeah.
And you guys hear another loud bang and a bright flash outside. The room kind of rumbles a little bit. In the distance, you can hear a couple of car alarms going off. Kind of sounds like it's outside a little ways. You can hear it. It's extremely muffled because the where you're at is slightly on the outside of the building, but it's not. It's not buried so far in that you wouldn't be able to hear anything. You hear a little bit of a commotion outside, and somebody runs in a panic and says, "Oh my God! I just saw a cloud outside, a mushroom cloud off in the distance." And
I short sell all my stocks.
you have no Wi-Fi signal.
But I just got the. Oh, damn it.
There is absolutely no signal at all.
My stocks are gonna go down.
Oh.
Can I call my broker?
Yep.
So it's not only there's no signal at all. On
There's
the phone.
none.
I'm the
Nope.
dead.
Pretty much you have flashlight and whatever's loaded in your browser history, the last thing, which probably not a lot. And
I
if the
closed
phone,
those tabs.
if the phone refreshes at all when you open it, it's gone.
Dang it, I was using
The
incognito
girl,
mode.
the girl who was panicked is basically she's kind of in a fetal state, very panicked. She's kind of rocking back and forth on the floor. There at the announcement of this gentleman, there's a lot of people panicked.
Are we already in the basement?
No, you are on the first floor.
Should we head into the basement?
Yeah, I'd probably have my my SO go and console the big robot that's going crazy and like grab my staff and see if I can get some other guys to go check stuff out.
Okay. Let's see. So Matt's gonna go check things out.
I'm going with Matt's group, and so does my friend, because we're kind of wondering what the hell's going on.
Okay. When you guys make your way through the hall, you see there are several people, people lining the halls. You see some of the con staff that they're trying to maintain order, but they're just as panicked as everybody else. And you notice that people are kind of piling outside, and they're looking to the south west. Where do you guys head? There's a hallway leading outside, and then the hallway leads deeper into the hotel.
How far away? How far away? Do we know how far away the mushroom cloud was from here? Was
What's that?
how big was the mushroom cloud from that person's viewpoint?
He just said he said he saw one. He didn't state. You want to ask him?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. He's in like I said, he's in a very panicked state. He's panicked, but it's almost like he's got a weird calm. He does look very military. So
I'm using the Fallout rule of thumb,
yeah, you venture to guess that he is he possibly has seen bombs and stuff like that before. He seems former military.
Okay.
He says that it didn't look like any mushroom cloud he's ever seen, even in textbooks. He said it
How
had.
big relative to his space? How far?
He said it probably was over, at least over 50 miles.
That's how far away it was?
Yeah.
So are we out of the radiation zone or not? With the Fallout, they use a rule of thumb that if it's bigger than your thumb, then you're screwed. You can like eyeball it.
Well, he's.
Because if radiation can still hit us from so far away, and we probably don't want to go outside if there's that much radiation outside.
Depends on the kind.
We also don't have the kind of bomb, so
You overhear one of the guy. You hear the military guy talking. Looks like he's talking to Matt, probably one of your group, who's also maybe he's had some military experience, and they basically state that it'll take a while for the radiation to get anywhere, if there is radiation. The big question is when the guy describes the bomb having a blue color to it and having strange lightning patterns inside it, almost like it was it was lightning, but it was lightning in a ball, as it plumed up, which was very strange. It's not like any bomb that people have seen described. It's so that being said, they don't know what or how fast it's going to move. When you guys step right outside the room, of the hotel room, there's a, like I said, there's a hallway heading deeper into the hotel, and there's a hallway heading out to one of the emergency doors. You notice that there's some windows along the hallway, and looking outside, the wind seems to be blowing a little bit towards the south. It doesn't look like it's blowing north at all.
People outside, anything outside? I mean,
You see a couple of cars driving by. There seems to be an accident at the intersection where a couple people were looked like they were distracted by the cloud. You don't see any response to it yet, as far as police or anything like that. The sky seems to be turning kind of it's brighter than normal for being about 8 o'clock. But it almost looks like how a sunset looks right before a rainstorm, where it's super bright.
I'd probably look to see if anybody has like any sort of radio or something like that we could figure out what's going on, since the phones are all out.
You
Just
guys
to try to figure out what's happening.
Okay. One of the con staff has a shortwave radio, and he's been trying to relay to his other people, and they're basically telling people to stay in their rooms and to try to avoid panic as much as possible. They don't know what's going on. They haven't heard anything. All the phones are down. Even the landlines are dead.
TV, radio, any of that working?
There's no TVs in the room that you are in.
To the con suite.
Yes.
You want to
Consuites has all the
you want to go
information.
deeper into the hotel?
Well, yeah, there should be probably. I mean, the con suite might have a TV or something. I mean, we're looking for some kind of news. So we need like a radio, like a normal like boombox kind of radio that we can find a station on.
Yeah.
Or-
As you head
old
down the
Zune.
hall,
There's an app for that, but what good is that?
as you go deeper into the hotel, you notice that it just keeps getting darker and darker. The emergency lights don't seem to be kicking on. Let's see, neither one of you stepped outside, so you never actually saw the cloud.
Well, I mean, I got up to the door and looked out the window.
Okay. When you looked out, it looked like they said, about 50 miles away. You could only see the top of it, but it looked very wide. A mushroom cloud's usually pretty centrally located, but this one seems to be billowing up and seems to kind of be wide. It's not. You have not seen this at all before.
I take a picture.
Okay. What do you do with the picture?
Nothing for now, because I
Okay.
have no internet.
Okay.
I mean, I just take it with my phone. I go,
Okay.
just to know that I have it.
You notice when you take the picture and you're looking at the cloud through your lens, trying to get a good shot of it. You notice that through the lens you can see little black swirls, kind of coming up and then dropping down, almost like rain.
Okay, so then I take a wide shot, and then I try to take a narrow shot of the little thingy. So zoom in.
You can't
This is all
zoom
my-
in. You can't zoom in close enough to see what they are. They still just look like black swirls, or black spots. They have a mist-like property to them.
Okay.
You guys you guys venture deeper into the hotel. The power seems completely out. There's no power whatsoever.
So what we need is a battery-operated radio. This TV is not going to help if there's no power.
Yeah, definitely.
You will notice that there are quite a few people panicked. Both of you give me an intellect check. An intellect check is basically how book smart you are. Actually, this one. Let's see.
I got 1 on my intellect. Crap.
Actually, let's do intellect and mental and will.
So how many D6s plus whatever we got, right?
So it's the block. It's how many dice you have to that stat. Let's do a difficulty of 4. You guys are trying to notice something going on with the hotel.
Okay, so I don't know what to do.
So your target number is well, actually we'll make it be a simple check. So a target number of 2. You need to roll 2 5s or the 6 exploding.
I got a 5 and a 2.
Okay, so how many dice do we roll though? That's what I'm.
It's your will number.
Oh.
Okay.
It's your will number and your intellect number combined.
Okay, so I'd have 3.
So I need 2 more.
Okay.
I'm rolling.
I have a 5 and a 4 and a 1. Crap.
So the 1 would cancel out the 5.
Okay.
Matt, you don't.
2, 3, 4, 6.
What's that?
2, 3, 4, 6.
Okay, so the 6 counts as a success. Roll it again. Roll 1 dice again.
Oh, this one's really spinning like a top. 5.
Okay. So you do actually make it just a simple twist on it, or a simple problem. You notice that there's a lot less people in the hotel than there were. It's 8 o'clock, or it's 8:30 or 8:40, I guess. And this place was popping, very, very, very pop. It was very full, and you notice that there's quite a lot less when you guys first came here.
I announced this to the group. I go, where the hell did everyone go? I mean, was a full con, and now there's a ghost con.
You do see a couple of people. They're searching for people.
Of course you don't know.
What's that?
Echo said she didn't know that, so.
That's funny. Echo wants to play.
Oh gosh. That'd be terrible. We'd all die.
The AI plays. Siri is a dungeon master. Okay, you guys do see you run into a couple of people and you hear a very panicked group, the attendees there. So a lot of them are very calm. They're trying to figure out what's next or what to do. Some of them are panicked and crying. Some of them are frantically trying to use their phones to see, to reach anybody. There's a couple of people.
Like, the phones don't work. Follow us to the food in the consuite. Woo!
Yeah. You guys make your way to where the consuite is, and you're not the only ones there. The room is just packed with people, and staff is trying to radio out. They do have a shortwave radio, and they're trying to reach 911 or emergency. None of the numbers are going through. You hear another rumble and a bright flash, all from basically down the halls. Anywhere there would be an outside light, there's a bright flash. And you'll notice that there are some people that were next to you when you turned and looked away. when the flash happened, and then you turned and looked back, and you could have sworn there were people there. There were more people there. But it seems like they're not there anymore. It may be that they went and checked out the flash, or something sinister is afoot.
Where's Al? Al was right next to me. Alan.
You the con suite gets a little bit easier to get into, and you do notice that some of the staff, they do comment, where was so and so? They were standing right here.
Okay.
What the hell's going on?
Are there drinks in the bathtub like normal?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna grab a lot of pop.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab a lot. Probably drink one.
People
I
are.
see Matt. I join him in putting drinks into my bag because I already have some snacks in my bag.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Stocking up.
More snacks.
When one of the staff members notices you guys doing that, and he's like, "Hey, we need, only take what you need. We may need to. These supplies may need to last."
I stare at him with my starey stare.
Are you gonna try to keep going with taking stuff, or are you gonna negotiate with him, or?
I'll be like, yeah, we got people in the game room that are stuck down there.
Oh, okay. He actually roll me a charisma. Roll me a charisma check. This is your personality check. A charisma roll, basically, is in D&D terms, it's his diplomacy.
So just the how many dice are my charisma?
No, why did Twitch just crash on me?
Oh.
Yeah, Matt's more charismatic than me because my response is probably be bro, which isn't a good response.
Yeah.
We'll let Matt be. As he's focusing on Matt, I'm trying to get more. In my
Is it just the? I actually rolled a 6 and a 2. Is it just the 2? So I only have 2 in my charisma. So is that just
It'd
the
be
2
your
dice?
it'd just be your 2 dice.
6
You gotta
explodes to get another
I'd
dice.
say this is a simple test. He's a little twisted, or in the mind he's a little confused and overwhelmed with what's going on.
I got a 6
So,
and 3.
A 6 and 3. Okay, so go ahead and roll your 6 again.
4.
Okay, you do get 1 success, and you. The guy's a little frazzled. He's like, "Well, just don't take it all." Yeah. You guys get.
I'm only grabbing like 5.
Yeah.
That's what I was grabbing too. I'm adding it to my bag.
You're grabbing 2.
No, I also grabbed 5.
Okay.
Oh, why can't I edit? Oh, my only.
Yep. You guys both grab five drinks.
You want me to add it to yours, Matt? Then, if you need to switch over to. Wait,
Mine's on view only.
why are you on view only?
I don't know.
You shouldn't be.
It's crazy.
You're on. He is on view only. I changed. You should be fine now, Matt.
Okay.
Okay,
Go
so
out and back in.
you guys have successfully taken the pop, or the soda. It seems like there's a lot of commotion here, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of information about what's going on. You do notice that it seems to be getting darker in the hotel.
We need to go to the information desk of the hotel to see if anyone has a radio.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna say I grabbed some Mountain Dew too, just so we can get sponsored by them.
Okay, grab some Mountain Dew.
Ooh, I'm actually gonna grab a Pitch Black.
Well, I grabbed Code.
Yes. You got Code Red and I got Pitch Black because fits the scenario.
That's
Sorry.
funny. That makes
Exactly.
sense.
This, I'm panicking. Where's Code Red moment? And he's like, it's pitch black.
What's the black? It's cool.
We got red alert. We got red alert. We got black. We got code black on us. That's funny. Okay, guys, it is 9:52. I figure we could go a little bit longer since it did. If that's okay with you guys, longer than 10.
I can go a little bit longer, but not too much.
Yeah. Okay.
My 10 minutes.
Okay, so for those of you watching, this will be shared to our YouTube channel, and then we'll be back next Tuesday to follow up with what's going on with the story. Okay, so you guys are going to the information desk at the hotel. You make it to where the registration desk was, and as you're going through, you see you hear another rumble and a very bright flash. And this time it seems like more people that were there are gone. They seem to be disappearing as the bright flashes happen.
Is my friend still with us? Is anyone like in our immediate like? I know Matt, me. I had a friend. Matt had a friend.
No, your friends are still, the close friends are still with you. Matt, some of your group has stayed behind they stayed behind in the room to try to help maintain calm, maintain peace, and do their thing. Ben, you do recognize as you're going through, one of the people from the Rurouni Kenshin photo shoot. They see you and they run over to you and ask you if you have seen their brother. And you tell them you haven't seen him at all. Their brother was maybe about 15 years old. And you know from interacting with him that this was his first convention, and
What was he dressed as? You don't have to do that. Answer that.
I'm trying to think of wasn't there a kid in Kenshin?
Yeah. Yeah, there was a kid who I can't remember his name right now, but yeah.
Yeah, it's basically he's got a karate gi on, and he's
got
just,
that bamboo sword. Yeah.
It's a very basic costume. But they tell you that he had went off to the bathroom right before all this started, and they told him that if they got lost, they knew that you were down at the game room, so that was kind of their place to meet up. Okay, so you guys had what do you guys do next? What?
Well, we were heading for the information of the hotel to see if they have like a radio or anything.
Okay. As you're going down the hall, you do see people with their flashlights out and their cell phone flashlights trying to maintain, trying to see anything going on. As you get there, you get to the information desk. It's the registration desk, and there is a mass of people trying to determine where people are at. You do see some of the hotel security guards there, basically explaining to people, we don't know what's going on. We don't have any contact with the outside out beyond the hotel. Somebody did mention they saw 3 other clouds. One was to the northeast, another to the southeast. Yeah.
So all 4 corners, kind of in a way.
Basically.
So, okay, I have a question. Is this hotel? Is there a restaurant in the hotel?
Yes.
Okay. So I think we should
Picture
probably.
picture the Ramada.
Okay. Yeah, I just wasn't sure if it was like a Holiday Inn or where it has a restaurant. So we probably should get people together and get them to the restaurant because then there's food, and water.
Okay.
Well, we do have a pool, so we have plenty of water.
That's true.
The map for this is a loose variation of the Ramada RL in Omaha, Nebraska. The only difference being the hotel you're in has 2 towers, not just one, and yeah, so it has a parking structure as well. Okay, so
Parking structure. You know what's in a car, right, Matt? A radio.
Or a radio, yes. It's true.
To our cars. After we instruct some people to start getting people all together in the restaurant.
To the restaurant.
Why we
Okay.
go to a car to see if we can't fit one of our cars, whoever's parked the closest, see if we can't get a radio.
Okay.
Yes.
You do get out. You get a couple people, Matt from your group, a couple of stragglers, basically that were following you no matter what. They start gathering people and they start spreading the word that that's where they're going to head in, and a couple of the con staff agree with you and state that the hotel's kind of centrally located, so that will be a good place to start. And there's a big the main convention area is right across the hall from the restaurant, so they will they'll prep that area for more people. You head outside to your cars. As you guys get outside, you notice that the air is very thick. It's almost like feels like there's a lingering static electricity, and it feels very heavy. You do notice that if you get to a point where you can see off in the distance, and the clouds don't seem like they're 50 miles away anymore. It does seem like they're kind of stationed a quarter. They seem to be getting closer, basically. And whoa.
Oh,
Sorry.
what happened?
My phone's randomly trying to Google Hangout people.
Good.
So you get to one of your guys' car. As you get out there outside, you start heading towards. We'll go Matt's car, and some of the car alarms are going off. You see
Well,
a
that's actually
couple of.
good. It means they still have power.
You see a couple of people get inside and take off and go to basically they go to take off, and the air has kind of a illuminescence to it directly overhead. It should be stars and sky, or even just storm clouds, but it seems to be kind of a consistent luminescence. So you guys, go ahead.
We'll be like, dude, this sucks balls. Let's get back inside.
Well, let's the four of us get in your car because the car is. If we get in the car fast, hopefully the thick air doesn't get in there,
Yeah, that's true.
and we can try to listen to the radio, and then we'll get out, we get back in.
Okay.
We don't need to start the car; we just need to get the radio on.
Hmm.
Okay, so you get into the car, and the radio is you cycle through some of the radio stations. It's all static. You stumble upon one AM station where they talk about there's panic on the streets of London, and they talk about the strange clouds, and they seem to be repeating themselves. It goes to a certain point, and then it goes, there's panic on the streets of London, and then it keeps going up. Almost like it's just an endless loop.
So it's an emergency broadcast. That's
Yeah.
not a show.
Basically.
And that's the only AM, no FM.
That's the only signal you guys are getting at your car.
Well, back inside, I guess that wasn't a good idea. Well, at least we've got enough information to know. Fuck.
Yeah. Maybe there's some alcohol in the restaurant.
Yeah.
There's also an AA convention going on at the hotel at the same time. No.
Those bastards.
Okay.
Hotel built was it built in maybe the 1950s when we go to the bomb shelter?
You might be able to find a bomb shelter. No. Depends on who you ask. So you guys go back inside. What do you guys do from there?
We breathe in the non-thick air and go.
So I'm gonna down a pitch black real quick, and then be like, all right, let's meet up with everyone at the restaurant.
Be sure to mark it down on your inventory.
Oh yeah, I gotta take out a. That's alright. It's only up 4, but I have lots of caffeine in me now. Woo!
Okay, so you go. I guess you go back to the restaurant then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might as well go where the people are because we tried to find out all we could. We found Jack and Diddley.
All right. Well, you guys are heading back to the restaurant, and you guys hear another loud rumble, a bright flash, and the world goes dark.
Even with my phones?
Yep.
I shouldn't
You guys get very sleepy.
have had that pitch black.
Matt's the only one awake, actually.
Woo!
And
So we
on that
passed
note,
out.
yeah.
So
yep.
the world didn't go dark so much as we just went unconscious.
You went unconscious. Yep. If you had any recollection of what happened, it's almost like the darkness grabbed you. And then on that note,
I call rape, and
it is 10:05. We've got roughly say 5 minutes left of the stream. We want to thank everybody that showed up and everybody that watches this on our channel. Again, this is a work in progress. This is a story adventure that I wrote. Well, I wrote the world, the adventure. I'm kind of freeforming it, and I know what's going on with it. The released product will be slightly different than this, but this is kind of a warm up to get the world out there. It's Escape from the Con. Hopefully, we'll get a Kickstarter at some point, or Drive-Thru RPG. But I do want to thank my players, Matt and Ben, for taking time out of their day to be able to come and join us. Folks, we're going to be here every Tuesday from 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on Twitch. And feel free to chat us, message us. You can find out more information about Twitch, about Word Art Online at Waocast.com. It's WAOCAST.com. And we hope you all have a great night.
Cool.
And